Hello everyone, I'm Chestnut44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avadon 3. Last episode, we dealt with the Infernal that was resting on here by paying him off and saying some words. And then we cleared out a few things over here, and now... And we also found the Eternal Prisoner over here and set him free. Now, light please again. It's time to move on to try and get to the Eye who was imprisoned. Oh yeah, there was a mage down there, that was it. This is a punishment hall where difficult prisoners are brought to be made pliable. The techniques used here are inelegant, but quite efficient. There's a Callan mage wandering around in the shadows. He's wearing a rough-spun robe, the sort they give to prisoners. When he detects your presence, he wheels around. You! A hand! You have found me! Are you Ilaria? What? No, I'm hunting her! They were dumb enough to put an eye in here with us. I'll make sure she dies, and you too. Why are you in the dungeons? Because your lot thought I knew about some Callan lord. Name was Griffin or some such. I don't. I'm just an ordinary spy selling magical secrets to Durham. You admit it. Oh, why hide it? Nobody hides their secrets in this place. Also, you won't be able to rat on me after I kill you. Well, we can just head off in different directions. So you can send guards after me? I'd much rather kill you, Hand, or knock you out and use you as a hostage. Either is better for me. He holds out his hands. They start to glow. Come! I am Quenel, a proper duel between equals in this pit of tyranny! A proper duel between equals? You're already a third out of... Use one of the magic circles to summon aid. There are magic circles there. Oh, look at that. There's magic circles there. Alright, we have to kill you. And you're almost dead. And I'm dazed. That's less pleasant. Now I'm not dazed. Can I reach there in time? I can. One more hit and you're dead. And you're dead. And now your shade's going to die. And your shade is dead. Nice try, Quenel. Your attempt was fruitless. And pointless. Steel razor disc, that's going to be handy and useful for one of our companions. Alright. So the eye is up there. Ooh. Secret switch. And in here we have the Blessed Runestone and the Rejuvenation Elixir. And another book. This book is about Report Protus. Report on Protus. When the Age of Chaos began, the Pact finally came to realize how old, confused, and ineffective Keeper Redbeard was. Steps needed to be taken to restore Avadon to its proper place. Normally, Keepers are only replaced when they die. In practice, when they are assassinated. In this perilous time, Hanvar's council decided that rapid action was required. For the good of the Pact, they took the brave, unprecedented step of removing Redbeard. Redbeard fled, and his location is currently unknown. He was replaced with Acting Keeper Protus, a loyal and effective lifelong servant of the Pact. He will make Avadon effective in its own properly restrained way. Protus will remain Acting Keeper until Redbeard dies, at which point Protus is expected to be declared full Keeper. This is a private internal report for the Fortress of Avadon. Sharing its contents with outsiders will be savagely punished. Alright. Now we go to the Eye, who is somewhere in here. Ah, there she is. There is an exhausted Tinker Mage hiding behind a pillar in the back of this temple. She hasn't slept in a long time, and she's desperate. She leaps out from her hiding spot and points a wand at you. She must have stolen it. Back away, Hand! I won't swear the oath. I won't give in. Back away or burn! Are you Ilaria? She doesn't lower the wand. Her hand is trembling. Don't pretend. I know you came here for me. I'm not going back to the cell. Actually, Redbeard sent me to find you. She seems confused. You repeat yourself. Is this a trick? She looks you in the eye and you repeat yourself again. Really? Redbeard came back for me at last. Really? At last? She lowers her wand. I'd given up hope. You've been gone for so long. Protus threw me in a cell. I told him he would pay for it, but he didn't believe me. I thought I'd just rot. You get a closer look at her. Her clothes are torn and filthy. She hasn't bathed for weeks. She's been hiding back here for a while. What was your job? I was head librarian. Then Redbeard put me to work defending the fort, after Miranda betrayed us. Wasn't the best use of me, but we didn't need librarians. Then Redbeard was driven out, and it all went wrong. You're a criminal. No, I'm being punished for loyalty. I am down here because I wanted to follow the law. How did you end up down here? After Redbeard was driven out, Protus demanded that everyone swear loyalty to him. Most did. A few hands and eyes fled. I stayed. I was principled. I refused to swear. Then I paid for it. Are you still loyal to Redbeard? I am. Not because I think he is competent. I have my doubts. However, he is by law and tradition the true keeper. He will be keeper until he is killed. It is Avadon's way, and Hanvar's council has no right to change it. I'm supposed to take you away. I see. I'm ready to be taken. I can't do any more good here. So, take me. Where are we going? How will we flee Avadon? Actually, I'm not sure. Oh. Well, Redbeard will provide. Keep following your orders. I will be close. You try to ask what she means, but she mutters a spell. Then she vanishes. You aren't sure where she is, or even if she's still in the room. Seems like all you can do here. Time to figure out what else you need to do. And so that is accomplished. Alright, well, everything's done here. I guess the only thing left is to go upstairs into the Avadon proper. I don't think there's really anything else you can open. I mean, we can open the doors to the cells down there, but not really a need or a point to it. So I'm not going to bother. Also, I just noticed these two chests here, which I'm going to open. I wonder if Imamora has anything... No, nothing to say. Alright, down this way. Anything in these two chests? Bags of meal, rope, whip, sickle. Nope. Your hair stands on end for a moment. It's a familiar sensation. You check the letter you got from Redbeard. It has changed again. Another instruction has appeared. The Avadon Library has fresh intelligence on the movements of the Warborn. I need it. That is all. Again, an irritating lack of any extra information that would actually be helpful. Okay then. The library. That's somewhere we'll need to go. And we've made it up. Exit located. Really? Okay. Well, moving on. You have finally escaped the dark, dank tunnels of the Avadon dungeons. Your reward is this huge, dusty storeroom. There are piles of newly arrived equipment heaped everywhere. Tons of it. Food, wood, weapons. After months of being neglected in Camp Nightshade, patching your clothes and scavenging arrows, it's kind of stunning. You take it all in for a moment, awestruck. Surprisingly, there are no humans in sight. Instead, the goods are hauled around by enchanted stone constructs. Avadon is so wealthy now that their scut work is done by magic instead of mere humans. You approach the construct and try to talk to it. It doesn't respond. It's entirely mindless. A tinker mage has used their peculiar magic to give it a set of directions, and it follows them. It's carrying a big crate. You step out of its way. Okay then. Well, let's see how much Avadon has changed in our time here. Well, this gate is shut. Can't go out that way. I guess we're only going to have one way to go. And I think that's into the main hall. Well, the entry hall, I mean. Nothing in there to take. Bzzzt. Okay. Another lamp, because we've been using a lot. 7 lockpicks, but it looks like if we get a red amulet, we'll be able to get in. Alright, anything in here? Lovely crystals. This large box is full of debris. Looks like the storeroom workers have spent years throwing anything broken, old, or weird in here. Rusty tools, alchemical equipment of obscure purpose, useless trinkets. You root through the mess like generations of optimistic hands before you. You are not rewarded. Nah. Not gonna bother. I'm sure I have the lockpicks, but nah. Avadon stores. For the first time, you see the great entry hall of Avadon. You've been told about it, and it matches our expectations. It is truly impressive. Not because of marble and decorations, but because of the activity. Eyes and heavily armed hands walk in and out. Supplies are brought in by the ton. Reports are given. Plans are made. It's a show of power for anyone who visits. The eye of this hurricane is the woman standing in the middle of the hall. She tirelessly greets visitors, gives directions, and shouts orders. She is Callan, trusted advisor to Redbeard and Protus, an unquestioned master of the day-to-day operation of the Black Fortress. And she notices you the moment you come into view. She waves you forward. Ah, Callan. It's good to see you again. It's been some time. A middle-aged woman crosses the courtyard back and forth, shouting orders to the soldiers and workers. As hands enter and leave, she grabs them and gives them extra jobs to do. She wears a well-worn bow over her shoulder, though you doubt she's used it in many years. The hard pattern on the shoulder of her armor shows her to have considerable authority. She inspects you as you approach. Ah, Redbeard's hand. Protus told me you'd be coming up from the dungeons. I am Callan, honored advisor to Redbeard. I need to meet all new hands. Who are you? I'm Gabriel. I came here to train and restock. You make your response as polite as possible. Though you've never been to Avadon, all hands have heard of Callan. She takes care of all the little details that keep Avadon running. Training, supplies, there's a very good reasons to come to Avadon, yet Protus has spoken with me. You're here to do much more than that. I won't interfere. I think you have heard of me. I look after Avadon. It is what I do. I do what I need to prevent disruptions. I need to make sure you won't be one of those disruptions. I don't want any trouble. That said, you are here to collect items for a fugitive. You're already trouble. But that fugitive is Redbeard, who I served for many years. I owe it to him to not interfere. Now you can continue with your work. Before you go, however, there is something you should do for me. Report! You're a Heart of Avadon. I am not worthy of the honor, but yes, we Hearts are the closest advisors to the Keeper. Or the Acting Keeper. Only the Hearts are free to completely speak of our minds. Only we can assign missions and steer Avadon when the Keeper is gone. Did Protus make you a Heart? Redbeard himself placed that level of trust in me. Then he was driven out, and Protus thought I was adequate to continue the task. Things could have been very awkward, but Protus saw my worth. Why did you choose to serve Protus? There is no choosing. I accepted the role of Heart. It gives me duties. I carry them out. That is all. What do you think of Redbeard? Callan shakes her head. I don't. I served him for many years. If he is ever Keeper again, I will serve him again. I don't have opinions about Redbeard's abilities or health. I will leave that to you. I have my job to do. Tell me more about Protus. I've known Protus for many years. He was a Heart, you know, before he was chosen as Acting Keeper. He is quiet and competent. He lacks Redbeard's unpredictable passions. He had less power, now he has much more. I criticize him, as is my job. He takes it well. He's fine. Why weren't you chosen as Acting Keeper? I don't know, but I thank the heavens every day that I wasn't selected. How was his power obtained? Hanvar's council gave it to him. I don't know what secret negotiations were involved. I don't know what favors he pulled in or what threats he issued. Happily, it's not my job to know. You criticize Protus? Of course. It is the job of a Heart. I would advise you to not try it, though. Both Protus and Redbeard demand my loyalty. I sympathize with your difficult position. You work directly with Redbeard. By some dealings of the law, Redbeard should be Keeper. Yet Protus is Acting Keeper, and all the power of the Pact is behind him. I chose Protus as I had to. You will have to make your own choice. What do you think I should do? Decide for yourself. I won't discuss this further. It might interfere with my duty. What else do you need? Avadon is being restored. Callan's smile is broad and genuine. Yes, after years of begging and scraping, years of watching our defenses crumble, Hanvar's council is finally helping us to rebuild. There have been problems, of course, but I'm keeping the work moving along. Why was the fortress left to decay? Because Hanvar's council hated and feared Redbeard. If they showed signs of what he saw as disloyalty, he was not afraid to hunt them down. They, the highest officials in the Pact. They were starving Avadon until Redbeard was driven out. Why is it being rebuilt now? Protus has agreed to submit to them. He swore to make Avadon a weapon they could wield against our enemies. Once he agreed to serve them, it was a natural decision. What you must decide is this. What is the best role of Avadon? All hands must decide for themselves. What has been the biggest problem? Avadon has spent centuries digging out secret tunnels and playing host to mad wizards. Those two factors have allowed all sorts of madness to infect the low tunnels and disused towers. Do you need help with the repairs? Callan smiles in a way that doesn't reassure you at all. But of course, I'm so glad you asked. You just walked through our main storeroom. I'm sure you noticed that a lot of the hauling there is done by constructs. Lately, the constructs have become erratic. We don't have a good tinker mage who can figure out why. Investigate and solve the problem. You'll be paid well. What are the constructs doing wrong? Ignoring orders, dropping things, taking crates to the wrong places. Lately, they've been almost belligerent. It's a small problem now. My job is to fix small problems before they become big problems. Who makes the constructs? Tinker mages, mainly, with much help from Kalimdarial mages. Avadon currently has the newest, most reliable forms of constructs, all thanks to the generosity of Hanvar's council. It would be great if they worked. Any advice for what to do? Go to the storerooms. Watch them. Follow them around. With luck, you might see the moment when one of them malfunctions. What would you... Callan continues to tirelessly roam the halls of Avadon, looking for anyone who seems the least bit idle and putting them to work. There are countless boxes of supplies to haul around. What else do you need? What would you like me to report to you? For many years, I have collected the initial reports from hands out in the field. I look for the traces of important events so I can alert the Keeper. Don't be afraid, this is all in the service of the Pact. I want to know what you've been doing, and I want to know about the hands you work with. Well, you're right, Avadon does need to know what we're doing. Redbeard shows you well. You know how important information is. You know that we need to know how things are changing. I'd like to talk more about the hands that travel with me. Callan nods. She grabs a clipboard from a nearby table and starts to flip through it. I think I know what hands wandered off to join Redbeard. I met them all. I'd like to know their status for my records. Who would you like to talk about? I've been traveling with Khalida. She flips through her papers until she finds a sheet with Khalida written at the top. Ah, poor Khalida. An unfortunate story. Yet she still serves. I didn't expect it. Has she gotten her rage under control, or does she still lust for justice? Well, she's bitter about Avadon. I think she always will be. Callan makes a few notes on the sheet. I am sorry to hear it. I thought she might become loyal eventually, yet what was done to her... I thank you for the knowledge, and so does Avadon. Botan has been assigned to me. She flips through her papers until she finds a sheet with Botan written at the top. Ah, the sad case. Too many battles in the southeast, showing signs of unreliability, exhaustion, even grief. I sent him northwest, and he landed with you. How is he doing? I actually can't say yet. Alright. If you find anything I should know, tell me. Do you know Hand Rudau? She flips through her papers until she finds a sheet with Rudau written at the top. Yes, a promising young shaman. Those have grown rare, which is why he was conscripted. Rudau comes from loyal territory. He is no rebel, though I'm not always sure how loyal he is to Avadon. Okay, don't know. I fought alongside Nathli. She flips through her papers until she finds a sheet with Nathli written at the top. There are a lot of notes. Callan looks over them and sighs. I'm amazed Redbeard took her. They have had a pained relationship. I've never met a young woman with a more relentless thirst for power and responsibility. Is she still a pain in everyone's side? Nothing yet. Have you met Hand Selena? She flips through the papers until she finds a sheet with Selena written at the top. Ah, the Tinker Mage. I could use so many more of those. I only met her briefly. She was a conscript, and like most Tinker Mages, she was unhappy about it. She has many goals and fascinations, none of them helpful in the war. Has she settled into her work? Nothing to report yet. I don't have anything else to report about the hands. Alright, I will hopefully still be here if anything changes. I'd like to report what we've been doing. Callan raises her pen with a flourish. Redbeard has hidden his activities well. We need to know what he is doing. Otherwise, we can't make our own plans. Anything you can tell me is valuable. We helped to subdue the Cimmerians. You tell the tale. Callan takes notes. So, the Cimmerians seem to be acting together, which was a worry. Then they fell apart again. Now we know that Redbeard was involved. You'll help us out quite a bit there. Now we know that the Cimmerians are only a minor threat, and we only have to worry about the western expanses. Very useful, Gabriel. Thank you. Well, we calmed the corruption and brought the rebels to peace talks. Callan listens to the tale with fascination. We were perplexed. The rebels sued for peace, and the corruption stopped expanding at the same time. We had no idea what happened. Now we do. This is a major victory for our side, and you were involved. Well done. I'm not going to mention him infected by the corruption. That would probably piss Redbeard off if he found out, and that's not something they need to know right now. I don't have anything else to report. Alright, let me know if that changes. Redbeard sent me here to gather supplies. Show his letter. Hart Callan looks at the note with a sad smile. Redbeard's handwriting. I would recognize it anywhere. It's not my business. Protus said you could fetch what you need. I won't stop you. She looks around the chaos that surrounds you. Sorry, I was just distracted by memories of a better time. I have nothing else to discuss. Then you are free to go about your business. As long as you follow Avadon's rules, we will not interfere. You walk away. When you look back, you see Hart Callan staring off into space, a sad smile on her face. Alright, erratic constructs. That's something we can deal with, I think. Huh. Looks like that's the way out. This is one of the countless flow of merchants, soldiers, envoys, and diplomats coming in and out of the Black Fortress. You exchange a friendly greeting, but that is all. You are a hand of Avadon, and even now you are still a scary individual with great power. The visitors are too nervous to spend time chatting with you. Okay, this is the courtyard out. Looks like we can't actually leave. That's unfortunate. You meet one of the soldiers of Avadon, recruited from the finest soldiers of the Pact, pulled away by the Black Fortress. They were working on maintaining the war machines in the courtyard. Avadon has withstood several vicious attacks since the Troubles began. Protus is determined to be ready if it happens again. Alright, and I don't think there's anything there. So, there's a way to the north, a way to the east. We're probably going to start by exploring north. Get some food to ourselves. It's been a while. We could use a good meal. But before that... Oh, that's open too. So I guess we just had to go there. Before that, I think we'll go and investigate these erratic constructs. We got like 5 minutes. I think we can spare the time to investigate them. I did see one there. Bzzzt, bzzzt. A nearby construct emits a soft grinding noise. It starts to vibrate and it can't walk straight anymore. Very odd. The change is also subtle. You wouldn't have noticed if Callan hadn't warned you about it. Something disrupted the construct. The question is, what did it? Whatever disrupted it, I think it's over here. Bzzzt, hiss, bzzzt. Alright, let's pick this lock. Nothing. I mean, there's loot. I'm starting to run out of space to carry stuff. Wait a minute. This large box is full of... Okay. Remembering the odd behavior of the constructs outside, you root through the mess. Under a cracked shield, you find a rock. It looks entirely unexceptional. You are alert enough, however, to pick up the faint whiff of malevolent magic coming off of it. When you pick it up, you shiver and feel odd. It's a weird artifact. Maybe it's what has been interfering with the constructs. Hart Callan will want to know about it. You pocket it. Definitely. Let's just... okay. I was worried it would affect the construct. Hart Callan, I found this weird stone in the storeroom. You hold out the stone, ignoring the icy chill in your arm when you touch it. Callan leans toward it. Then she backs away. I'm no expert, but I know malevolent magic when I see it. Things like that sometimes get looted, crated up, and sent here from the front. It should be destroyed, I think. Best course. Go talk to Smith Duman. I think he can help you. Smith Duman. He's probably over where the Smiths are, down in the south here, so... yeah, sure, we can investigate that. And deal with that, and... You know, we'll do that in the next episode. It would probably be a bit of a conversation, and we'd be stuck in it for a while, and the episode would go long. So, I'm gonna end this episode here. Next episode, we'll go speak with Smith Dumont and take a look at the area in the southeast here. You know, the, forges and workshops and the like. Then we'll move upwards and take a look up here. Maybe we'll eventually take a look over here. We'll look around and see what we can explore. That'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I'm Chester44. That is Gabriel. This has been an Avadon 3 Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.